we go. I got some good moss on that rock. Always excited when I fly the drone. All right, we're taking off. This is the top, or the flat area, the second flat area you get to on the Garfield climb. That's the trail right there. You know, refer to that as the Nazca, the Palisade Nazca lines. Kind of redundant. But that's the trail. We're coming up on this. This is actually the top, this saddle right here at the top of the second hill. Kind of zoom around here in these boulders and look down. That actually is going down on the right. As I come back to it, it goes down the hill to the other trail. It's a pretty steep hill, and that other flat area is the first flat area, top of the trails. If you look all the way top of the screen, you can see the highway right there. That's the different video. We'll show that hill approach. You turn around, come back. This is one of the most fun parts of the hike. Great views, nice and flat. I'm going to be on the right. Here we go. Start coming up this next hill. This is the approach to the Cliffs of Death, which this whole video is about. This is just the trail as you come up. It starts getting steep right here. Here's the dog and I, the first rock we found with the flat spot. It does get choppy when you don't know how to fly it. We come up the hill and I'm about to ram into the hill. The steepness is hard to even express. That is the trail. Cuts to the rocks here, and then as we come up, it looks like it starts to open up, and it really is just about to come up these big cliffs as I learn how to fly the drone. On your right and top corner is the trail. Right there. These are the infamous cliffs where all the rocks you see on the dirt fell off these. More rocks are getting ready to fall off. The trail just skirts on the left corner of the screen, bottom left, cuts through the coal. Hope it's synced up right. So you go right under these cliffs, and it's quite a steep drop off on the left. You're on the drop off. There's a dude. That dude came down to talk to me. So we come up here on the right is the cliffs. The left, I'm sorry, was where the next saddle is, but these bad boys are, you just have to march underneath them. 150 yards. Sandstone, just creviced, and everything's being pried off with water erosion that gets in the cracks and freezes. And just peels off boulders that you see on going down the hillside. And if it falls off on your head, you're dead. Hence Cliffs of Death. I actually go around the corner here and lose control. My first time ever. If you go behind these cliffs with a drone, between you and your signal, you will lose signal to your drone and start screaming Apollo 13, which doesn't really help out in the middle of the desert. That guy had no idea what I was screaming about. That's the trail going up the last cliff face. Well, the second to the last. If you can actually see it. And this is where I lost control, and it actually returns on its own. I'm not in control of the craft here. It turns around and just comes back. And it really skirts the cliffs really well. I couldn't have asked for it to do better. I was afraid. I had about two and a half minutes. I couldn't tell the drone to do anything. It's returning on autopilot. Great view of Palisade, Grand Mesa in the back. It's literally searching for me right now. I finally picked up, I was just punching the return home button. Apollo 13, and just jamming it, praying it would come back. There's that guy on the trail again, down below, middle. Beautiful shot of it. So we come back in really high. That's usually how I'm hiking too. But I had to cut out 30 seconds or so while it hovered above me and kept thinking. I got a pretty good shot as it drops down here. And that's it for this video. It's another one of the last cool view.